I know I'm a little late talking about this, but I wanted to talk about this and what Master P had to say. Um, I want to talk about Nick Canyon and how he has said some anti-Semitic and racist things on his podcast. I had did a video on Stephen Jackson and Deshaun Jackson and their anti-Semitic um, situation they had going on. And pretty much Nick Canyon was just is saying the same stuff that they're saying. It's all coming from Farrakhan. So, and Farrakhan, he's known for being anti-Semitic towards the Jews. He's known for that. So this doesn't surprise me. And so they fired him. They ended up firing him, Falcon, and they gave him a chance to apologize. He didn't. It really wasn't an apology to me. He kind of doubled down on what he was saying. Um, but then they let him go because of that. So I wanted to show this video of Master P talking about it.
It got pretty serious. You know what I'm talking about, right? With
Yeah,
they said anti-Semitic remarks or
yeah.
whatever, and a lot of people are now saying like, you can't even be you can't even be saying that, and then also trying to get justice for your people. So what do people do right now with this whole like anti-Semitism talk?
Well, I think it's about ownership now. We got to start owning our own product, owning our own networks. Until then you can't say what you want to say all the time. You got to watch what you say when you're a public figure. So, my advice to Nick, it's time to go own something now. You want to do something?
So what do you mean now? Why now? Like black people been could have done this. So Mr. Master P here, his net worth is 200 million. So Mr. Master P, do you have any banks that you own? Any news networks? Um, do any of these athletes they get millions of dollars? Do they do any of them come together and open up a whole chain of black owned businesses? Do, do they do this? No, I don't understand why not. And then they always be like, well, black people gotta own stuff. Black people gotta own more things. Well, these the athletes, the celebrities, Oprah, LeBron James, like why haven't they put their money into black businesses, getting black owned banks and black owned news networks? Um, why now? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like what have Mr. Master P? What black owned businesses do you have?
Let's go do it together. But we got to start thinking ownership. We got to stop burning our blocks down. We protesting. We got their attention now. It's time for us to own something now.
So you think that's where it stems from, like the
Yes,
idea that you,
not protesting, rioting. How you gonna say stop burning the buildings down and be like we protested and the, those accomplish nothing except killing more black lives?
you know all the black talent that's out in America, it's not black owned. Is
Yeah,
that is that
it's got to
is,
be. If you look at it right now, Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, 130 years those products been on the shelves and we didn't own it. But it looked like us, so we've been spending money, billions and billions.
Those families were getting money for those images, black families. So what are you talking about?
those companies made. Now it's time for people like us to come up with products, come up with brands, and also own the product. So we can put money back into the communities. We can create networks, production.
You can already put money back into community now. Why isn't anybody doing that? You can already put money into these poor neighborhoods, into their education and giving them better education. Um, you can help black people graduate high school more. Like, well, why aren't you doing that now? Black people have the money. These black athletes have the money. These black celebrities have the money. Mr. Master P has the money.
Company, so now we can own it, and then you don't have to worry about getting fired if you own something.
So what's the advice that you give to caution black entrepreneurs?
So he's just like, if we own it, then we can just say whatever we want, even if it's racist, even if it's anti-Semitic. That's that's not even how it works, bro.
Entrepreneurs that are calling out for that to happen, but they're mistakenly kind of getting into this anti-Semitic kind of lingo.
Well,
you know,
guess what? You don't need to be talking about it. And that's what I'm saying. You either the boss or you're a worker. It's the difference. If you're the boss, you don't have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like his career? I mean, you see, he kept the Masked Singer job. He's made an apology.
The only thing that I hate that Nick Cannon apologized. He shouldn't have did that.
Really?
Yeah. You know why? Know why I say that? Because whatever's gonna happen, gonna happen. He's not the boss of that company. So if you really stand on that, just stand on it, and you know that you might say something in a moment or whatever. But I think Nick Cannon is a good guy. So I think you got to realize what you're doing. You're working for somebody. So if they get rid of you.
You might say something in a moment. That wasn't an in the moment thing. He was on his podcast speaking, and he said he was speaking the words of Farrakhan. That wasn't an in the moment thing. Like, what are you talking about? And if you're sitting up here and if you're an owner of a business and you're being racist, nobody's going to buy your product because you're a racist. So don't blame social media.
They get rid of you. What are you gonna do?
But I mean, when the shoe's on the other foot,
no, everybody deserves. I'm just saying, it's about just doing what's right. If you do what's right, you don't have to apologize. And if you want to make your own views, because everybody got an opinion now, social media. It's
right.
Not even Nick Cannon. Anybody, it could be a regular person saying something. Somebody walking up the street could say something. And what are you gonna do? Everybody has opinion now because it's social media.
And that is true. Everyone does have an opinion, and he's right. Even people walking up the street, they might say something and that's a more of an in the moment type of situation than what Nick Cannon was doing. But if you're being flat out racist and anti-Semitic, then no, you shouldn't keep your job, especially if the person who gave you the job is white or Jewish. And I know in this fact because I looked it up that the at least one of the owners that I looked up was Jewish. So of course he's gonna be offended. All right, that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I want to know your thoughts. And until next time.